Okay, let's talk about the Europa League now. The UEFA Europa League, that's the little brother of the UEFA Champions League. And Manchester United did it the hard way. It was a 1-1 draw against Celta Vigo at Old Trafford after winning the first leg in Spain by a lone goal. And because of that result, they won and they are through to the final 2-1 on aggregate. The other scoreline matchup was between Olympique Lyon and Ajax Amsterdam. Lyon won that one 3-1 after losing the first leg by 4 goals to 1. So Ajax through to the final 5-4 on aggregate. So that means that in Stockholm on May the 24th, it's going to be Manchester United fighting to get in Europe, to get in the Champions League next year. And Ajax, I mean, no pressure whatsoever on Ajax, and it's going to be at the Friends Arena in Stockholm.
Our friends.
No, that's not going to be friendly. Forget it. Leave that. But Ben, let's talk about United yesterday. With the last kick of that game, John Guidetti had the chance to just basically break all Man United fans' hearts. But he missed, flopped his lines, and that's why United are through to the final.
Yeah. Last night, United were horrible on the pitch. I must say, from the start of the game, apart from that goal, they didn't play.
They didn't do nothing.
I mean, they were playing at home.
That's
Supposedly,
cool.
They played better in the first leg.
Yeah, a lot better.
I don't know what happened. I mean, perhaps they just wanted to relax because they got that early goal and they had a game plan, and it magically worked for them, because I think on the night
it was magical.
On the night, Celta Vigo were the better side. They should have beaten Man U by at least 3 goals to 1. Go and check the statistics. It was amazing. I was watching that game and I was talking to Paul Bassi and Gordon and Akana, whom I knew were supporters of Man U, and they had their hearts in their mouth. Yeah. And Barrister Chris Green, the technical, these are Man U supporters. And we were chatting and we were yapping. As I told them, look at it. You know, it's let's see if they play like this. If you see the way Ajax play, Ajax has a younger side than Man U. And in the final in Stockholm, it's going to be tight.
It's going to be tight.
Especially as it's a neutral ground. And but Man U's got experience, they've got Mourinho, and perhaps they may nick it and get the Champions League spot. That was why they said they rested 8 players in the game against Arsenal. But
and they were beaten.
And they were beaten. Their captain was there. All the players. If you had 30 players on the scroll and you decide to rest it, it doesn't matter to us.
But you just said something interesting that the game plan worked for United, but it almost backfired.
It almost did backfire.
I imagine Jose's
that last kick.
Yeah, last kick. It's Jose's face.
Okay, yeah, just take a look at some stats, you know, from the game. I know that Manchester United have reached the final of Europa League or UEFA Cup for the first time in their history. The victory for the hosts saw them qualify for their 7th major European final and their first since the 2010-2011 Champions League final. That was against Barcelona. And of course, you remember what Barcelona did to them? Losing in England.
Mr. Alex was shivering. That's the first time I saw him shivering.
Now, take a look at the tweets coming from the players. For David Blind said, well, we are proud to reach the final. It will be a special one against Ajax. And then thanks to all the fans that came to support. It was a great atmosphere. So they supported them so much and they came out with that performance. Now, Eric Bailey, I mean, this man, he has been sent off twice in Europa League this season, more than any other player in the competition. He would not be playing. This is a big miss for Manchester United. It's a big miss for them. So
basically that means Smalling or Phil Jones, who don't exactly inspire a lot of confidence.
Somebody said Smalley shouldn't be putting on the Manchester United jersey. I mean, I read somewhere. Yeah, Marcus Rashford, he has been directly involved in each of United's last 4 goals in Europa League, 2 goals and 2 assists. So this guy will be crucial for them in the final.
Absolutely.
Luckily, no red for him.
Exactly, especially when Zlatan Ibrahimovic is ruled out already. And that's him. He created the assist that gave United that goal scored by Mourinho, who is not, exactly the darling of Manchester United fans.
But
he got a crucial goal. Exactly.
And that's why you have to tweet this one. Another final. Amazing. Yes, season another final. You can get a goal. And just look at the celebration. What's Lingard doing at the back of
the celebration? At times when emotions overtake you, you don't even know what you're doing.
And Chris Smalley tweeted this one. He said, time to add Europa League final to our honors. That's their collection.
So Chris Mullin start preparing for that final because he's very likely to replace Eric Bailly. And we talked about how the Manchester United season almost went down the drain with the last kick of that game. Jose Mourinho is a very relieved man, no doubt. This morning, he's been reacting to that particular match.
For Celta, for Vigo, it was the most important match of their history, and was very important for us that we equal that desire. And in the end, when the game was difficult, when they were better than us, when we were in trouble, when we were not playing well, in the end I think was that mentality and that desire and that togetherness that made the boys fight until the end. It means the opportunity to win a trophy, it means the opportunity to be back to the Champions League. It means the opportunity to end the season in a perfect way, because the final is the last match of the season. The league finished Sunday, and they will have 12 days to prepare the final. And we have 3 Premier League matches to play. Hopefully, Crystal Palace doesn't need the last game, because in the last game I'm going to make a lot of changes. It doesn't matter what happened, and nobody can blame us, because we have a final 2 days later.
This moment is a really good moment for us, because we are so close to reach a fantastic target for us. But we mustn't forget that we have to take 3 points in these 3 games. We must know that to play against West Brom is not easy. This is a really strong team, physical team, very strong, a good coach, and for sure the atmosphere it will be very hot. We want to become a great season, and there is only one way: to take 3 points and to win the title. Yeah, I have to tell thanks to my player, because it's not easy to adapt new method and new philosophy, and also to work very hard to change totally your work if you compare the work of this season and the past. Yeah, I think that we are doing a really good job.
All right, it's left for them to play West Brom tonight, and left for them to get all 3 points, and also left for them to see if they can be crowned champions tonight. Ben, what do you think? Can Chelsea be crowned champions tonight?
I think so. My heart goes out to Conte. It's been fantastic first season in the EPL for him, unlike others who came with huge resume and are struggling at Man City.
Okay.
I don't also want to mention names.
Yeah,
but
okay, you said Man City huge resume. Come on, you already know who you're referring
to. So I think that is about the night that Victor Moses celebrates his first English Premier League title, even though all the time Chelsea were winning, he was also on loan, but he was not there physically. This time he's around physically, and he's been a major part of the squad this season.
And he has played 55
games, one of the most regular players in the squad, and this is the night to celebrate him and celebrate Chelsea and celebrate Nigerian football, and also position him possibly for the African Footballer of the Year title.
Yes,
interesting.
We're written for him. Now, look at the papers now. Start with Complete Sport. And because Chelsea seek to seal 5th EPL title, and Moses set for 56th EPL game with Chelsea, and Togo FA announced June 1st Eagles friendly in Paris. I didn't see this coming.
I think that I saw that in one of the tweets, and we were discussing it in the forum, and I think that game might just hold ahead of the game against South Africa. I think it will be good. I mean, Togo is a strong side, physical as maybe not as tactical as the South African, maybe not as organized as the South African, but they are physical and they are good too. And on some occasions, they've defeated us here, right at the National Stadium in Lagos. So it will be a good tune-up game before we meet Bafanaba. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's move on to sporting life now. And this one is a very interesting. Guardiola mocks Iheanacho, says Eagle Star will get more playing time under new manager. What's the message that I'm trying to understand? Let's go to more serious matters. Summer transfer, Musa rejects Chinese offer. I mean,
go back to Russia.
Why are we talking about this now? Just 1 year in England, and it looks like he's on his way again.
No, I don't think so. I think he's been under all manner of problems this season.
Personal issues?
Yeah, I think that is naturally. I've worked with him in the national team, and I think he's a naturally gifted player.
Okay.
But
so why does he struggle so much?
He's struggling so much because I think now we know that he was having domestic issues, and I think that now that he's gradually getting out of it, but perhaps next season will be better for him.
Okay, so he should
take his time and rest. Luckily for him, Leicester City are not likely to be relegated.
No, they're not.
They are in the middle of the pack already. So if Leicester City retains him, and he should stay there and fight for his shirt, and I think he will get it.
So he shouldn't join the Chinese league?
No,
not yet.
No.
Okay, Sporting Sun is the last report here. Okay, United set up and they sort clarification of what you said about Guardiola mocking Iheanacho. But this one say Guardiola is saying Iheanacho can't make my team, and NFF rules out friendly with Germany. What happened to all the stories that we had earlier?
Clearly, Guardiola doesn't fancy him, doesn't rate him a lot. I think he has to make a decision this summer.
Yeah, he needs to go.
I think the best thing for Iheanacho, now that the season is coming to a close, is for him to discuss with his manager, discuss with his own personal manager, and say, look, can you loan me to clubs, even if it is in the second tier of the English league, let him have regular playing time. Otherwise, he just may not go to the World Cup for Nigeria, because look, the Nations Cup is around the corner, the World Cup is around the corner, the qualifiers are ongoing, and it's one of our kids on the block that we are looking up to propel the Nigerian football to the next level. If it's not, he's not doing well, it's better for him to go where he can be loaned and he's playing regular football.
All right, Ben.
Same thing for Iwobi of Arsenal. It's becoming tight for him now.
Ben Choma, thank you so much, Ben.
Ben, appreciate it.
Always a delight.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. I'm Cecilia Amori.
Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Tahir Salam.